What's up guys, welcome to this training, and basically today I want to tell you the difference between making money and building a real online business. And the reason why I'm recording this video is because I see way too many people fall into the trap of making money, myself included, when I first started out. And they're very, very different, and if you just go in, and if you fall into the trap of making money, you will find yourself struggling for many, many years, and you will find yourself losing money, losing a lot of time, and basically you could have generated results a lot faster if you just focus on building a business. So let me tell you a little bit about like when I first started. When I first started in the internet, I was not thinking about building like a business or an audience, or I was not thinking about getting, recurring customers. I was basically just thinking about making money. How can I make money on high school so that I can feel like successful, so that I could, graduate from high school and already have a stable income, so that I could basically live life on my terms. So I was just thinking about making money, but it took me 1 full year to make my first sale online, and that's like, in my opinion, a really long time, especially because these days you have so much training and you're seeing so many people get results faster. 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 10 months, people are already making money. But at least me, it didn't take me 3 months. It took me 1 full year to make my first $49 sale. And 6 years later, right, today, I started to think about like why it took me so long to make money. And the reason, I believe one of the reasons, was because I was just thinking about making money. And if I just thought about making money, I forgot about building the business, which is really what gets the result of making money. So I was just thinking about what is the best way to make money, what is the best strategy, what is the best business model. So I found myself jumping from one thing to the other, one strategy to the other, never really building on top of something, never really having momentum that allowed me to build something that was consistent, predictable, that generated consistent income. And I believe that was one of the main reasons. I want to tell you, basically, guys, why you should listen to this and how you can avoid this. And I could be perfectly, recording videos about, I don't know if you guys have seen, but in YouTube lately, you see like all these videos that go viral about young kids teaching you how to make a bunch of money with Shopify, and these super catchy and clickbaity thumbnails, and how they have hundreds of thousands of views. I don't know, there's like a lot of people recording videos like how I tried Shopify for 2 weeks, here are my results. And he's like a guy with a bunch of $100 bills in the background and Shopify stats. And I don't like to record those types of videos or trainings because, and I know I'm losing a lot of money, I'm leaving a lot of money on the table by not doing that, because of course these people get more views, but I just don't believe that this kind of content is really gonna help you in the long term. Because the truth is that most people these days are teaching you how to make money, they're teaching you like a quick strategy, but they're never really explaining the foundations, the principles of building a business. So in my opinion, the real difference between building a business and making a quick buck is that when you build a business, you focus a lot on audience building. Right? For me, audience building is one of the main aspects of building a business that generates predictable and consistent income. It doesn't matter if you're into e-commerce, it doesn't matter if you're doing affiliate marketing, it really doesn't matter if you're selling your own services. When you build an audience of people that like you, like your company, or maybe like you as a person, or like your product, and you start, instead of just focusing on how do I sell more, what do I change on my ad, what is the newest Facebook ads hack that I can apply, and you start focusing more on how can I build an audience and provide a ton of value to those people, to a point where I build a really strong bond with them, to a point where I build a real relationship, a real connection with them, and so that they want to buy literally anything I sell them any time of the year or any time in the upcoming 10 years, right? So building a business is more about relationship building and trust building than anything else. It has very little to do with what color is going to be the button on your landing page. It has very little to do with what is the newest Facebook ad setting or Facebook ad hack. It doesn't have a lot to do with your Facebook pixel. Building a real business involves building trust with your audience and building a long-lasting bond, And of course, when you get good at the other things, like building a converting funnel, a high converting funnel, when you focus on creating an irresistible offer, and you really understand how to exchange a message successfully to a point where people cannot say no, all those things are really going to help you out. But what you have to understand, at least for me, like in my first year, like I told you, I made one sale, so it sucked. But I would say year number 2 onwards, I kind of like experienced a snowball effect with a lot of different businesses, e-commerce, selling services, affiliate marketing. I saw a huge snowball effect. And since then, I've had ups and downs, of course, but I've always had consistent income. It's not like I've been 6 months without generating any money. I've always had consistent income. And the reason is because I've always focused on building audiences, right? So for e-commerce, right, I have 3 big audiences that are super engaging. 3 big fan pages. We've been posting 3 times per day, valuable content for the past like 3 years. It's crazy. We get millions of organic reach, I would say, per month with the different fan pages together. We're getting those people on the fan pages, that audience, to go into Facebook groups and other assets that you own. We have email lists. I have a personal brand. I have a big audience, not big, but decently sized audience for my personal brand. So every type of niche that I try to get into, of course, I want to focus on generating sales, but more importantly, I want to focus on building an audience. Because let's just take the example of the pandemic, right? Let me get a sip of coffee. What's up, Don, Francisco, what's up? Let me know, guys, if you enjoy this background better than the other ones. I think people like the trees. But anyways, let's just take the example of the pandemic. Let's say in the pandemic, before the pandemic, you had a campaign that was crushing it, right? It's a physical product, you're crushing it, you're making, I don't know, $1,000 a day or $5,000 a day or whatever. But when economic crisis comes down and appears, your campaign disappears. What are you gonna do now if you don't have an audience? Are you just gonna go and be on the hunt for new campaigns all the time? Are you gonna look for new campaigns for the rest of your life? Look for that winning product for the rest of your life? Look for that winning funnel for the rest of your life? I don't know about you, but I don't see myself finding winning products all my life. But when you build an audience, when you focus on providing value to an audience, by the way, you can build an audience by selling a hot product. But the key is keep providing value to that audience, so that maybe one day you have, I don't know, an email list of 50,000 emails, a fan page of 50,000 followers, a Facebook group of 10,000 people, an Instagram page with 60,000 followers. And when an economic crisis appears, like this one, you can stop your campaigns and you can keep making money because you have big audiences. You can send an email, boom, you make $2,000 today. You make a post on your Facebook group, you make a live stream, and you generate a bunch of sales. It can be for your service, it can be for the physical products, it can be for anything. You go to your Instagram and you start telling people, hey, I wanted to show you this new offer that we created. This is the price, this is how you can get it, this is what you want it, and swipe up to get it. You're able to do all these things when you have an audience. But when you have an audience, you cannot do those things. You cannot generate sales without turning off your campaigns. And that's why lately I've been seeing a lot of people really crush it online with their paid traffic campaigns, and don't get me wrong, that's great. But the true question is, what are you building? Like what are you building for the next 10 years? And this is where most people get it wrong, especially beginners, and myself included when I first started, because when you are in a tight economical situation, right? You just want to make money. You want to get out of that hole. You want to improve your life. So you're not, when you're seeing tough times, you're not thinking about, oh, I'm going to build a 50,000 people email list. Oh, I'm going to build a super long-term brand or business. I'm going to provide a lot of value to my audience. You're not thinking about these things, right? You are thinking, how can I make $5,000 a month to pay the bills? How can I make money to pay for my apartment or my car lease? How can I make money? You're not thinking about, yeah, I'm going to provide a ton of value to my audience and this and that. And that's why, if that's the case for you, I don't blame you, because I was the same thing. I did exactly the exact same thing. But later on, as time went by, I've been doing internet marketing for the past 6 years full time. I realized that this is really the most important thing. Like, so I'm gonna kind of like outline the steps really quickly about building a business. So the first step is you gotta make brainstorm. What is the business that you wanna build? Like, what type of business? Because a lot of people, when they just focus on making money, they don't even know what they're gonna build. What topic, what niche, what audience are they gonna serve, what product they're gonna create. They're just like, I'm gonna make money. So they never really think about these things, and I'm telling you guys, these are the most important things. You brainstorm about what kind of business you wanna create, what audience you wanna serve, what niche. Maybe it's the cooking niche, maybe it's the health niche, maybe it's the fitness niche. Choose a niche. Then you want to create a branding around that niche or that name. So let's say that you create a brand and it's going to be the cookingpro.com, right? Now you create a logo, you need a color palette. What are the colors you're going to be using? What is going to be your slogan? What is going to be your message? What is your age range for your audience? Maybe it's 50 plus, maybe it's 20 to 45. Maybe it's women, it's your target market in the US. So it's the branding, kind of like the branding phase. So brainstorm, branding. Then what you want to do is you want to create tremendous amounts of content, right? Content. How do you create content? You go and look for what other people are doing. And if you see that what people are looking for is quick dessert recipes, then that's the type of content you want to be creating. That's what people are looking for. Then you want to create an irresistible offer, right? You're creating content, but you need to sell something. What is the irresistible offer that people in the cooking niche can't say no to? But you keep providing value as you start working on the offer. And then you create a funnel and you do the marketing. The marketing is the last thing, right? But the thing is that everyone, when people are chasing money and looking for ways to make money fast, they never really do the brainstorm. They never really do the branding. They never really create an irresistible offer. They're just like, hey, I want to buy a course, launch some ads, and make money. And that's why a lot of people say that a lot of courses are a scam. It's not that they're a scam, man. It's that you're thinking that this course is going to be like a push-button solution to make money. Now, maybe the course creator or the person gave you unrealistic expectations or made a lot of hype marketing. It happens all the time. But my point is that I'm literally saving you years of trial and error just by recording this video, because I want to tell you that if you focus on making money all day long, you're not going to make any money. But if you focus on building a real brand, identifying your market, creating a nice branding, publishing content every single day. I've been posting 3 times per day on every single fan page for the past 3 years. One niche is women's fashion. It's a sub-niche in women's fashion. I'm not going to say the niche. Then another one is like a really, let's say, beach niche, like a beach lifestyle sub-niche in that area. I have a fan page with 150,000 followers in the fitness niche. And then I have another one, which is the most passionate. But I've been building audiences and posting on these groups for years. And apart from that, I have my personal brand, which I post all the time. I create a video a day to teach people kind of like what I'm learning with the other things as well. So I always try to do that because I know that when shit hits the fan and when there's a freaking pandemic, I know that even if, I don't know, campaigns go south and they stop working, my ad campaigns, I can create content, I can make offers, I can post stories, I can send an email to my list and make money. Now, Javier says a really, really good point. The whole idea is to create a list. I haven't been talking a lot about email marketing in this video, but by far, in my opinion, the most important asset that you can build is your email list, right? If you've been seeing my past trainings, you know that I talk a lot about building assets. Assets is just like in real estate. Let's say if you have an asset in real estate, you own an apartment, a physical place, you own a property, that's an asset that you get to keep for the years to come. In the internet, it is the same thing. You got to think about what are the things that I can actually get to keep for the next 10 years. What do you keep? Do you keep your paid advertisement campaigns? No. Maybe you get to keep them for a month or 2. They're not going to last 10 years. You're going to have to keep launching new campaigns all the time. So you got to ask yourself, what things can I actually keep so that I can have a predictable income? Because the truth is that if you want to do this full time, you want to be able to give your family a great life, you can't tell your wife or your girlfriend like, hey, I'm making money now, but in the next 6 months we're not going to make anything because my campaign is not going to work. You can't afford to do that. So you got to build assets. And by assets, I mean build an email list. Build a Facebook following on your fan page. Build an Instagram following. YouTube following, create a Facebook group where you have an audience inside the group. And these are assets. These are assets. And if shit goes south, then you can send an email. You can make a post in your Facebook group. You can go live on your fan page. You can post a story on your Instagram. And when you keep growing these audiences consistently and providing value, you can literally create an offer that is super simple. Like, hey guys, I created this service. It's $100 and it's really gonna help you out because X, Y, and Z. You can get it here and it's gonna sell if your audience is there and if they trust you. So this applies to every single business model. If you're doing e-commerce, if you're doing personal branding or selling services, or maybe you're doing affiliate marketing, maybe you don't even have your own products, you're just an affiliate. This works for everything. These are principles, these are basically like fundamentals. And if you don't do this, then chances are that you will find yourself chasing the next magic winning product or the next profitable campaign for the rest of your life. You're never really gonna have like something tangible. You're always gonna be looking for that quick or new way to make money, like most people are looking for on YouTube, right? That's why you won't see me create videos on YouTube that are like I don't know, like these hypey videos from 18-year-olds showing you how they're making $1 million per month in Shopify by doing nothing, right? So that's basically it, guys. That's the difference between making money and building a business. I suggest you go by option number 2. And by the way, don't think that you will make money by building a business. You will actually make more money by building a business than by just focusing on making money. So like making money is an outcome of building a business, right? You have to understand that it's not like you are replacing the money by building a business. No, you will make more money by building a business, especially on the long term, and it will give you a lot more peace of mind that you're doing things the right way. And when everyone is saying, hey, dropshipping died and this and that, you're like, I'm still around. So that's basically it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this little background of the trees and everything. I think it's nice. And that's basically it. Thanks for being here. Appreciate your attendance. And I'll see you in the next training.